Hey. No. Hey. No. Hey! No. Hi. No. All right. Hey, you guys. Here's a video I promised you guys. Kind of like filling in the blanks from that over-the-top dramatic video I posted. Those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I made a post about how I was left on a date. It was super. It was like very emotional, very dramatic. I like sang a song to it. I put some cool artwork on it. I put it in my highlights under the music tab if you want to watch it. This chair farts. Okay, first and foremost, I have to start this video by saying how truly touched I am by the overwhelming response I got for people coming to my defense. It was just absolutely incredible. It truly warmed my heart that people would take time out of their day to come into my day. And it shows me that there are still good people in this world. Contrary to what I've witnessed. I'll appreciate that more than you'll ever know. And I will remember every single person who reached out to me that day. I will see to it that your souls are spared when I inevitably achieve world domination and rid this planet of its vile infestation of the human race. And come time of the new world order, you will be worshipped as gods and goddesses. As for those of you who selfishly ignored this signal of distress, however, during my apocalyptic reign of the globe, you will not fare as fortunately as the others, as you will swiftly and effortlessly be eliminated from existence, smeared from the timeline like an insect, without the slightest twinkle of hesitation, I assure you. I'm just kidding. You can just try again next time I go for a public cry for help. It's fine, no sweat. Yes, sweat! Now, to address the matter at hand, the full story of what went down that fateful night. No, what really went down the other night. I may have dramatized the situation a bit to create more of an emotional reaction, response in you. I know, me, dramatic, never. This is a true story. Those are true thoughts that I had because I was truly upset. However, were there some details left out? Yes. Do those details make the story less sad? Probably. But you don't see Adele singing about how she's kind of upset or, ow, that hurt, but I'll be fine tomorrow. It's textbook sensationalism. Look it up. It's in the Bible. Now, are there some details that make the story even better? Yes. And let's get started. So I met this dude online. We were talking for the majority of like the past couple days before that. Sent pics, we verified we were real. We began chatting about like similar interests, hobbies, sex. What? Yes, sex. I gotta make sure we laying it down right. I'm not letting you come into my heart unless you know how to come into my enough. Jeez, okay, my bad. Anyway, after much built-up anticipation, he finally agreed to come to my house. Now, the original story might have suggested that we met out at a bar or something, like he came into the establishment and saw me and ran out the other door, though that was not the case. Now, if you know me well enough, I rarely communicate with the outside world. This is like my happy place. But I allowed this dork into my home, into my fortress of solitude. And already the vibe was off. He was real quiet. He was pacing back and forth in my living room. He was on his phone, kind of like, I offered to take his coat just to break the silence. Immediately after, he asks, so, you wanna have a beer and like just chat for a little bit? To which I replied, no, yeah, I told you I didn't really drink that much. And then he goes, oh, right. And I'm like, so, do you want to go upstairs and hang out? This bum said to me, hey man, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really feeling this. Now, he and I had been joking and like busting on each other through text and through calling and stuff. So at this point I thought it was a joke. I was like, yeah, right? He goes, yeah, it's just your pictures. It's not really. Okay, first, let's clear the air a little bit. Everyone knows I edit my pictures. This is no secret. Anyone with a brain would know that my nose doesn't actually change shapes throughout the day, every day. Come on. But let it be known, even a blind nun can see how magnificently attractive I am. In every sense of the word. Truly beauty beyond compare. So me having way too much self-worth to even accept that as truth, I instantly go, that's a joke. If you're talking about my looks, you do know I'm hotter than you, right? I was literally like,
Thanks, I'm ugly. So ugly. I promise, I'm ugly. I'm not ugly.
and before I was even done my sentence, he already had one arm in his jacket. I'm looking, well, better hurry, you don't miss your bus. He's scurrying towards the door like some crippled hobgoblin late for work. He's like, I'm already at the door, ready to open it for him, and I said, mother, get your sorry ass out my mother house. Before I even let myself react to what just happened, I went right for my phone and I went to roast him as fast and hard as I can before he could even press the block button. And bitch, did I go off on that motherfucker. I said, you ain't shit, motherfucker. Can't believe you had the nerve. You ain't shit, motherfucker. Did you feel better about having a small oh, but I'm just so repulsive that you couldn't even stand to look at me. Luck quenching anyone's thirst with that shot glass of a penis you have. And he replied, he said, hey man, sorry, you're not ugly. It's just, make sure you know how you're representing yourself online.
Blow it out your ass.
And there I stood, in my living room, in complete silence. At first, all I could hear was the pumping of my own heart, so loud. And the adrenaline had like a deafening effect. It's like if you could hear music while you're underwater. And when the adrenaline fades is when the voices come in to fill its place. See, the brain's natural response to the unknown is filling in the blanks with what it does know. So when you ask your brain, why did he leave? What was it about me he didn't like? Your brain goes into research mode. Luke's brain here, and I'm just looking up some, aha. Here we have quite a few results on reasons not to like me. There's some deep-rooted personality flaws, every security you ever felt. Here's some unflattering angles that make your face look fat as f. Maybe he saw you at one of those angles that make your face look fat as f. Every single negative thought you've ever had about you. Oh, cool. Here's an article on that time you were healing from your back surgery. You were healing from your back surgery and some guy said you looked like you walk like you have a diaper on. Maybe he saw you walk like that. Here's some video footage of you being single for the past 6 years? Jeez. We could just sit and watch that past 6 years, how no one ever liked you. Wanna watch that? Would that help? Would that help? Would that help? No, that would not help. Thanks though. Anyway, you get the point. Leaving someone alone with only their own self-doubt to fill in the blanks is heinous. That goes for leaving someone on red out of spite, or casually blocking someone on a dating app because it wasn't instantly gratifying. Basically, any form of ending communication in a situation where basic human decency can be applied. Now, I'm not perfect. I've done this before when I couldn't find the words to say what I was thinking. When I was 11, mind you, but still, not cool. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot of situations where blocking is necessary. Like being harassed after you already addressed your boundaries. In fact, I encourage you to have control over of whose energy you allow into your life. But that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm referring to those times when you know in your heart that it would be best for all parties involved if you just explained yourself in a clear and concise and respectful manner. But Luke, he gave you a reason. He said you were way uglier than your pictures, you remember? Okay, relax, because I'm not. He did leave right after you said you didn't want to drink. Maybe he's an alcoholic. Nah, because he offered to bring over a bottle of wine beforehand, and I said, no, I don't drink. So I don't think that was it. Oh, I got it. It's because you're fat. It's because you're fat as It's the only logical explanation. You're fat, everyone hates you, you're horrible, and you're fat. Hey, can you do me a favor real quick? Can you shut the up? I'd love that. Thanks. Okay. Anyway, whatever the reason is, by now I'm over it. Look, the dude's name wasn't even saved to my phone. Was it really that much of a loss? I think the not. And with the help of you guys and your sweet words of support and what was left of my shattered self-worth, I'm able to pick myself back up to a point where I will accept it as a lesson learned and move forward. Bitch! One of my friends who reached out said, leave it to you to make something beautiful out of something that could have broken your heart. And if he gave you anything, he gave you a new piece of art. So thanks for the art piece. See ya. You know, that's such a solid piece of advice. You gave me what I needed for this, and it's allowing me to reconnect with my followers. And it's like, he did give me that. And I thank him for that. But I also hope he gets f***ing bed sores. If it's one thing to take from this video, it's to be considerate of the mind you're leaving behind if and when you decide to walk away from the situation, because they are only working with what they know. Think of that. Okay, that has been my story. I'm Luke. I don't know how to sign out of these things yet, but if you guys like this and want to see me being more candid with you guys and being more open, I can get used to it if you guys are, you know, we have a little synergy going. I would love to meet you guys in the comments section so that we can have a chat and just kiki. I love you all so much. I love you all so much. Ow. I love you all so much. Have a blessed ass day. I love you all so much. Have a blessed ass day. I love you all so much. Have a blessed ass day. And go f*** your own mother.